YouTube, welcome back to another video. So right now you are staring at multiple different fire alarms on the floor. You might be thinking, wow, that's a couple devices. And yes, so if you haven't figured it out already by the title, I am doing a collection video. So I don't do collection videos that often, but because I am currently moving all of my alarms, I decided why not make a video. So I'm going to start at the top. I did organize each category or brand. So yeah, so first I have my system sensor Spectral or Classic Horn Strobe ceiling mount. Then I have my classic speaker strobe ceiling mount. Next up I have my system sensor the advanced ceiling mount. Then it's the system sensor L series low frequency sounder, the system sensor advanced white strobe. Then I have a PA 400. It's just a system sensor mini horn with the strobe attachment. I have a system sensor mass. Over here I have a Spectral Alert Advanced mini horn and then a Spectral Alert Advanced low frequency sounder. I have an L series over here. I have an advanced horn strobe. I have two classics. One is very yellow and one is just a strobe. Here I have a bunch of different red classics. This is just a typical horn strobe that you'd probably see. This is the same thing except it just doesn't have mounting brackets. Over here I actually have a footprint mount Spectral Alert Classic, so this is literally just a classic except it has a small mounting bracket designed for situations where you might need a smaller device. Here I have a regular Spectral Alert Classic strobe, nothing special. And then right here I just have a system sensor Spectral Alert speaker strobe. In the second row, here I have a couple more of those strobes, nothing to them. This is a Wheelock AS side mount, where it's basically just a Wheelock AS, but it's older, so it's sideways. Over here I have a Wheelock E50 speaker strobe, Wheelock NS. I have a MIZ, another MT, two ZNSs. One is actually French, which is kind of cool. Over there I have two Wheelock ASs. One is newer and multi-candela, and also one is ceiling mount. The other one is just kind of a plain one. Then I have another Wheelock MT. It's one of the rarer ones that's a little smaller. I have an LED strobe, MIZ horn strobe, and another MT. This one's an LSM. And then I have an RSS and an agent release strobe. Down here I have a Pyrotronics branded Wheelock 7002T. I have a Wheelock LS-24 strobe, HSR, Exceeder, another one of those LED strobes. This one has a fire cover for some reason, even though the strobe is yellow. Not sure where that came from. Over here I have a Wheelock Pulse Station MPS-100. That's a Wheelock 34T. This is actually a Wheelock RSS, except it has fire lettering on the side. That is a Wheelock CH70 chime strobe. That's another 7002T. This is another Wheelock MT. That one's actually not an MT, that's an EH-DL1 or something like that. This is another Wheelock AS. This was actually my very first alarm. It's a little beat up, but it actually still works fine. I have a white Wheelock RSS. That's just a mini Wheelock MT strobe, nothing to it. This is actually a system sensor mass speaker strobe. I don't know why it's in the Wheelock section, but I guess we'll go with it. You can see that this has the mass strobe, and it's basically just a loudspeaker. Similarly, right next to it, I have a Wheelock E70. This is actually a ceiling mount version of the E70, so I'm not sure what the model is, but something. Here I have a Wheelock bell strobe. This is just a typical bell strobe you would see. Nothing too much to it. Here I have two rare Wheelock speaker strobes. This one's the rare one, you can see. I think I'm the only one who actually has it. Then I have a vandal resistant speaker strobe. Two of them actually, one's newer. Then I have a speaker version of that right there. I have two Wheelock MTs. One's branded by well, they're both branded by Fenwell, but one actually says Agent on the other side. Now I have three True Alerts. One is a horn strobe. The other two are just speaker strobes. Those two are Simplex 4904 9137s, and then of course I have two different variants. One is ceiling mount, the other is just a horizontal version. All of them work on free run. I have this thing. This is a ceiling mount 4904 strobe, older of course. These are 4 of my Simplex 4050s. You can see they are the retro kind of horns. I really do like them. I think these 3 are 4051s. That one's an AC horn. Now we're going to get to the strobe plates. So these 3 are all pretty similar. This one is a 4903 something something. And then these 2 are literally the exact same thing. It's just the strobes are on different sides. And of course, there are 2901 9838s on them. So that's that. Over here, I have whatever it is. It's a 2903 light plate with a Simplex chime on it. Then I have this. This is literally just a strobe plate with a 4901 horn on it. My elementary school had these, so I kind of have a bit of an attachment to them. I have 3 more True Alerts. 2 of them are actually horn strobes. The other one is just a remote horn. All of them work on free run. Right here, I actually have a ceiling mount strobe plate version of that. It's just that I don't have a horn, so I just put my 4903 9220 on it. This actually was my very first alarm, contrary to what I just said about that AS. This one was the first alarm I actually had, and that was the first one I actually was able to wire up. This one is very beat up. It's just destroyed. You can see nothing to it anymore. It's practically just junk. I only have it because it's my first alarm. Then I have 3 more of those 4903s. These ones actually work. 2 of them are mechanical horns. The other one is an electronic horn. Now I have a bunch of T-bars. And, oh yeah, I should probably pull all the pull stations to demonstrate. Luckily, I only accidentally skipped this one, which is just a Wheelock pull that pulls like that. So these ones are just T-bars. So this one's a chevron, nothing special about it. This is a break glass version, doesn't have any glass. This is a 4251-20. And then this is a newer version of that 4251-20, and it's also addressable, so that's that. Oop, didn't pull down all the way. This is a, whatever it is, a Simplex pull station, but it has like a push bar. Push bar doesn't actually work anymore because it's damaged. This is another version of this. It's actually the same thing. I just converted it to conventional, so pull that, it works. And then this is a 4251-20. It's the same one as this. I also have this. This is a break glass version, but I'm not really interested in getting sharp glass all over my carpet right now. So, yeah. But yeah, that's all my T-bars. This right here is my Simplex 2903 light plate. This is the flush mount version. No horn behind it right now. This right here is my Simplex speaker strobe. It has a Federal Signal strobe on it, but the speaker is made by Simplex. Over here I have my Edwards, I forget the name of it. I'm forgetting all the models here, but I know that this is some sort of older device. Right here, this is a Edwards pre-integrity. This is just a integrity strobe that says emergency on it. It was literally just a fire strobe, and then the seller just like bought the emergency cover things and just slapped them over, and they're like, okay, 30% markup. And silly me, bought one. I probably won't buy one again. Next I have the Genesis stuff. One has a trim plate, but it's just some horn strobes and a white horn. Then I have 2 integrity mini horn strobes. One is white, the other is red. Then I have 2 actual integrities. One was a horn strobe, and then the strobe burned out because, you know, EST quality. And then this one is just an enhanced version. Now I have the 270 SPOs. I don't like 270 SPOs, but I have a ton of them just because they just seem to like me, I guess. So I'm going to pull them. This one's a generator, yellow pull station. This one is AIP branded, so you can pull it down. This one's a local alarm version. This one's made by Kidda. It's not actually got anything behind it, so I can just push the lever back up, nothing to it. This is just a addressable EST version. And then finally I have this one. This one doesn't even have a branding, which is weird, but it says local alarm, so that's why I let it stick around. This is another pre-integrity. And then I have this. This is just a single action, non-addressable pull station. Nothing too special to it. This one is actually kind of special. This one was brand new in the box. It is a Edwards coated pull station. So, I mean, that's pretty cool, isn't it? So I can actually pull it for you, demonstrate. Now it's going to make a loud noise the rest of the video, so be prepared. So yeah, that's that. Next, I have my Honeywell pull station. This is a fully metal pull station, pretty heavy. It just pulls down like that. This is a Silent Night pull station. To pull it, it's already kind of pulled, but you just flip it open. Same with the BG8, it just flips open. This is a LNG1R by Notifier. This one opens like that. Nothing too special. This is basically just a Notifier answer to the BG8, so it pulls like that. Same with this, just an older version. Those are practically impossible to pull with one hand, that's why I pre-opened them. So now I have the Firelight Bg12l. This is probably the nice and standard one, probably my favorite as well. And this is a NBG12L, the same version of this, just with Notifier stuff. This is a Firelight Bg12L, but it's an older version with that logo, so it works. And then finally I have the Notifier Agent Release Pull. Now I have two BG6s, so pull, nothing too much to it. I have a Firelight BG5. This is like impossible to pull right now, so I'm not going to pull it. This is my Firelight Johnson Controls branded BG10. This is my Firelight BG10 that says Halon on it. And then this is my Firelight BG10. Just nothing special. This one's actually BG10L. So this right here is another one of those Edwards devices. Here, actually, it's like an 892 or something. I'm not completely sure. Don't quote me on that. This is a Genesis speaker strobe. I really like these devices. I know I made an entire video dedicated to hating these devices, which, to be fair, I do not like the quality of them, but these are installed in my high school, and I mean, they are kind of cool to collect, but other than that, they're just icky. This is a Siga, but it's not a Siga, it just has screw terminals. It's double action, which is nice. ADT BG12, pulls down, nothing too special. Next, I have a Gamewell Sentry. This is a version that actually has a key lock, which is cool. This is my Fci MS2, nothing too special. MS6, it's literally the same thing, it just pulls open like that. This is my first generation Fenwall. You can see that the lettering is a little different. Pulls the same way though. This is also a first generation MS6, just pulls open like that. This is my Fenwall MS2, so you can see if I pull it, it is a first generation, which is cool, but it is also kind of nifty because it says fire suppression system release. This is literally just the exact same MS6 I just showed you, except it says fast, so that's why it's here. So if you pull it, you know, nothing too much in there. Cerberus Pyrotronics MS-51 or something like that. This one's a double action version. You can see nothing too much to it. This is a Cerberus Pyrotronics one. I actually bought this just very recently. It came from Kyle D'Amato's store or something like that. It does not pull at all. Like, oh, it does. Interesting. Not very frequently though. It's a very jammed handle. I'll have to fix that later, like I did with the rest of them. This is a suppression system Pyrotronics pull. Again, this one was just like this when I got it, but you can see made it nice and smooth, which is nice. This is a MS-151. It pulls down like that. The entire front comes off. This is a Fci Horn Strobe. This one does not have the little magnifying thing, so that's why I have it. This is the same thing as this, but it has a magnifying thing. These are multi-tone, which is cool. This is a Cerberus Pyrotronics strobe only, so that's cool. This is just a whatever it is. It's like a pyro alarm horn. It's 120 volts. I don't have that much of a use for it. This is a Siemens Building Technologies device. I think it's outdoor. Yeah, this is a weatherproof alarm, which is kind of cool. This right here is a Siemens remote strobe. I literally bought it for $6 on eBay, free shipping, so I mean, that's cheap. Faraday Chevron. This one is actually in great shape. Another Faraday Chevron. This one's not in as great of shape. It doesn't actually even pull that well because the pull station is open, but if it was closed, it would just pull like that. This right here is a couch pull station. It actually has a bit of a homemade locking mechanism because it was broken when I got it, but it works now. This is a Federal Signal pull, some cheap generic siren. This is actually a Federal Signal strobe on a blink thing. This is a Fci branded horn with a little thing on it, a projector. This is a Wheelock Strobe Plate. Technically it's Cerberus Pyrotronics branded, so that's why it's here. This is a Halon Fi Quench horn. Not sure if these things are really even that rare, but I've never seen one, so I would say they're pretty rare. FOS mechanical horn strobe, another Federal Signal version of this. It's basically just the fire version. Gentex SHG, Gentex mini horn strobe, Gentex GXS strobe. This one's newer, that's why it has the little font thingy. That's a Gentex Commander. This was actually one of my first devices too. It was actually broken, but I actually managed to fix it with aluminum foil. So basically what happened was, me being a stupid little kid, I was just like running around with it and I just dropped it one day. And then the little strobe tube, that part right there, came off, and of course the strobe didn't work anymore. So a few years ago what I did was I literally opened it and I like put aluminum foil, so now it does make a connection. Definitely not that safe. I wouldn't recommend doing it, but if it works, it works. This is a Gentex Commander One. It's actually blank, it doesn't say anything on it. This is a Gentex Commander 2. This is another Gentex Commander 2 remote strobe. It just has a candela window. And then this is also a Gentex Commander 2 remote strobe. Right here I have a Gentex Commander 3 remote strobe. It's white. This right here is a Gentex Commander 2 remote strobe, and of course it's yellow. This one was sent to me by Thunderbolt 1003. This right here is some sort of space age. It's a speaker strobe. Originally when I bought it, the seller said it was a horn strobe, so I got a full refund on it, so this is practically a free device. This is a Space Age AB32, one of my favorite devices. Fantastic condition, has a Federal Signal horn behind it. This is a I keep getting things wrong. Space Age HA24D, good condition. This is another Space Age device. I actually put my own light mechanism behind it because this one was missing it before. I have a generic T-bar. This one was also sent to me by Thunderbolt 1003. Cheeky T-bar. This one is actually kind of junky. It's okay though, it works. This is a Grinnell T-bar. This one is one of my favorite. I think this is my favorite RST T-bar. So you can see, you just pull it down. Amsico bell. It's a polarized bell, so that's cool. This is a Amsico motor horn. This is a Amsico Selecta strobe. This is a FOS remote strobe. This is a life safety tab style pull station. I got this from Vintage Fire Alarm Guy. I didn't get this from Vintage Fire Alarm Guy. I got this from Vintage Fire Alarm Guy along with this, which is cool. Shout out to him. This is a Kita B5, so it just pulls down like that. This is a Bosch T-bar. It just pulls down like that. I don't know how to pronounce Bosch or what. Bosch. Okay. This is not an English class, so we're going to move on. This is just a Potter bell, which I actually like the sound of. It's my favorite bell. I think Potter makes the best bells. Don't quote me on that. I'm not a bell expert. It's either Potter or EST or Edwards. I'm going to say probably Potter, but I don't know, the Bell fans are going to get mad. And this is a Demco pull station. You're supposed to have a clay disc there, so when you pull it, it breaks, but it's missing that. However, it works. You can see there's just a metal button inside. Alright, so now we have some cheapies. This is just a cheap fake Spectral or Classic. It says Spanish on it, which is cool. Cheap call point, and then another fake device. So yes, we have just completed an overview of the entire collection. Now I have to go over the smoke detectors, so let's make this quick. As you can see, I have an Edwards heat detector, GE smoke detector, system sensor 2451, 2400, some sort of generic DSC smoke. i3, another heat detector. This is a GE smoke bell type heat detector by Firelight, 2100. 4 more, or actually 5 more of these 2400s. This is just a grandpa version of those. 2 more 2400s, actually 3 more because I like them. This is a really old Edwards heat detector. This is a 2400 TH, so that's why it has the little thermal sensor. This is a cheap generic smoke detector. This is a system sensor i3 with the sounder, so i3 2WTA or something like that. This is a Harmonica heat detector. This looks like a Harmonica. It's a heat detector. No idea how. It's by Dictograph, which is interesting. Right here I have a Detection Systems detector. This one's pretty rare, which is nice. This is just a heat detector. 2 of them actually. This is a Firewolf heat detector, smoke detector. I really do like it. Then I have another Bell heat detector. This is a Kametron heat detector. I think these are the best rate of rise heat detectors other than these system sensor ones. This is another GE smoke detector. This one actually came out of my basement. This is a carbon monoxide detector. Pretty cool. I do plan to install this one day. This is a not system sensor, the Simplex heat detector. It's actually conventional. This is why do I keep thinking everything is system sensor? This is a EST heat detector, and then finally, I don't know why this is here, it's just an amber strobe. So yeah, I did not go over everything I have up currently, but that is a majority of my collection. Currently, I do have a whatever it is, a Wheelock NS and a 20. Oh wait, I'm not supposed to give spoilers of that system yet. Okay, ignore what you just said. Actually, here, we'll just think of it as a sneak peek and call it that. So, thank you for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If you like this video, please be sure to let me know in the comment section. So yeah, thanks for watching.